YouTube fellow community, Beach Boys fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and we're here today to talk about a surprise release, if you will. Beach Boys, Sounds of Summer, Walmart version on Sunrise Orange Yellow. There's a picture of it right there. A Walmart exclusive. But the reason why I picked this up is because look, it's a single LP. 6 songs per side, just 12 songs total. The only version that I know of on vinyl being a 12-song track list, it only stays in the early 60s, 62 to 66. Good Vibrations is the most recent song on this thing, if you will, but take a look at this track listing. I would say about half of these songs are the 2021 stereo remixes. You got I Get Around, Surfing USA, Don't Worry Baby, Surfer Girl, Good Vibrations, Help Me Rhonda. Alright, so yeah, there's like 6. So half the album is 2021 stereo remixes. The other ones are like 2001, 2013. Little Deuce Scoop says 1963, so that's the original one there. And then some ones from the 90s for Pet Sounds. But let me show you the inside here. Starts off with a 1 sheet. Love that. That looks really cool. And then on the back here, song information, who sings lead, which is really cool. The album that it came from and who produced it, which most of these songs are Brian, except for Nick Vinay on Surfing USA. But most of these pictures date from around 65 to 68. That picture of Brian there, I think, is from 68. That one there, I think it's during the Friends album, I believe. And then up top, you got a picture of Denny and Carl from the 70s. One cool thing about this sheet, though, it does say the Beach Boys. It'll list the 5. Then it says Bruce Johnson, David Marks, Blondie Chaplin, and Ricky Furtar with the years they were in the bands, which is really cool that they did that. A lot of people are thanked at the very top of this in the special thanks, including David Beard at Endless Summer Quarterly, which is really cool, and in memoriam, Billy Hinchy. The record itself, it doesn't really look like an orange-yellow sunburst. It might show up like that on camera, but let me pull this thing out. But first, before I do that, minus the reflection, look at the labels. They did the West Coast style font where things are kind of like spaced in between the letters. And if you look at the songs, there's no songwriting information, no credits, no BMI or ASCAP, nothing. Just the song names. Very unusual. And here you go, the moment you've all been waiting for. Peach. This is the most peach-looking record I've ever seen. The picture in the front, obviously, it's a mock-up. It's going to look how it looks as a picture on their computers. But, yeah, this thing is peach. This is a peach-colored record. And it looks nice. When you hold it up to the light, it kind of, shines a little bit. It's like a peach marble, which does look cool. Here's side B. Seeing that old school Capitol label on this kind of record like this, so it's pretty cool. But I do like that it says 33 1/3 RPM. But yeah, Sounds of Summer, the very best of the Beach Boys. And then very, very tiny text. I'm not sure why they picked like the tiniest text ever for the track listing. Sound-wise, it sounds exactly like how it's sound for the last handful of years. There's nothing revelatory about that. Just make sure there's nothing else I missed in the jacket. No, it's empty. It's just fascinating to have. I mean, it came out exactly on August 1st, from what I can tell. There is a Discogs listing for it, but seeing a single disc version of this, only 12 songs, blew my mind. I saw it on the shelf, picked it up, and I was like, oh, this feels flat. What's wrong with this? I looked at the back and I said, 12 songs? What is this? And because I'm a collector, I had to do it. I was almost wondering if this was like rush released for Brian's passing back in June, but they would have added something to that on the notes. It would have said in memoriam also to Brian Wilson. So this must have been in the works for a while. I'm assuming this has been something that's been on Capitol or Walmart's mind for the better part of a year, because pressing vinyl takes forever to do these days. Regardless, it's just cool. It's a new Beach Boys thing. If you're looking for something else to collect and add to your collection, this is the one to pick up. It sounds good. Song selection is wonderful. The big hits, California Girls, I Get Around, Surfing USA, Don't Worry Baby, Help Me Rhonda, some stuff from Pet Sounds, Good Vibrations. For 12 songs, it really is cool. And it reminds me of back in the 80s and 90s and even the 70s to some degree, when the cutout bins and the dollar bins and the cassette bins were filled with Beach Boys greatest hits tapes. They had like 8 songs on them. That's the stuff I grew up with in the 90s. You'd find the cheapo bin, and there'd be the Do It Again cassette or the Surf's Up tape or whatever was in there. Not the Surf's Up album. There was one called Surf's Up. And This kind of reminds me of that, obviously much better packaged, but to see a greatest hits album that we've known so well over the last 20 years dwindle down to a core 12 songs on a cool colored vinyl is pretty special. So, if you're looking for something new to add to your collection and think about Brian, pick it up. It's a little pricey at $29.97 for 12 songs, but that's the cost of records these days when you want to buy a new album. So it is what it is. My name is Giggens. This has been the Beach Boys Sounds of Summer single disc album. 12 songs. That's it. Let me know if you've seen this before. If you haven't, I'm assuming it's available on their website. If not, see if the store has it. But that's it. My name is Giggens. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.